Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today what we're going to be doing is looking at unboxing a brand new product from us here at Phoenix Gold in our ZD series of products. And what we have here is our ZDA 8.8 plug and play DSP amplifier. So let's unbox it and see what we get. Now our R&D team and engineers have been working tirelessly on this product range for the last 2 years. And this is one of 3 products in the range. This is the 8-channel model. So let's have a look at what we get inside and we'll talk through some of the product features. So this is the 8.8, which is an 8-channel DSP amplifier. So it's got 8 channels of amplification, 8 channels of DSP. Got the manual here. The manual details all of the features of the amplifier. So we have all of our signal processing information, so how it works, everything in there. We have all of our specifications. So with this particular one, we have 30 watts RMS per channel, so that's 8 times 30 watts RMS. We then have the functionality of the DSP and all the sizing. We'll just open it up, see what we get inside, and have a bit of a talk about the amplifier itself. So first thing we'll do, we'll take the amplifier out and we'll see what we get in terms of cabling. So first cable we've got in here, this is our PC to USB connection. So essentially the USB there and the PC connector connect the DSP to your laptop or your computer to program and do all your settings for your DSP. We then have a series of cables. Now this is for the aftermarket version of the product, and we'll talk in a moment about the plug and play variant. So what we have here is we have a variety of connectors, as you can see. So we have a standard 20-pin Molex connector. Now this has 4 channels of input, high level input, 4 channels of speaker level output, as well as your power and your earth. We then have a separate plug. This one here has got a further 4 channels of amplifier output, which again is for your 8 channels. We have a further plug for 2 channels further of high level input to make 6 channels of input. And then we have a plug for our remote in and out. So that there is a aftermarket connector loom. So you've got all the bare wires on the end, so you can manually wire up your car in an aftermarket installation. And then of course we have our screws and plates to connect the amplifier. So if we just move this box out of the way, what we'll also show you is 2 cable products that we will have that you would use in a plug and play scenario. So this here is the ISO connector. So this is the 20-pin Molex plug that would go directly into the amplifier, and this gives you 4 channels of plug and play installation from the amp, and then that would be linked to a harness such as this one. Now this is a quad lock harness, so for something like a BMW or a Mercedes or a Volkswagen, and that will plug directly into your factory head unit, and like I say, that will give you 4 channels of amplification on plug and play. You would then use the additional 8-channel plug connector to wire in any other speakers in the vehicle for your car. So that there is all your connectors for the amplifier. So let's take a look at the amplifier itself. So as I said previously, the engineers and our R&D team have been working on this product for around 2 years, and this has all been done and designed in-house. Now this product uses very high quality components internally, so we use Burr Brown OP, or OP as people will call it, and the Burr Brown DAC, so digital analog converter in there. We use Toshiba transistors. It has Bluetooth 5.0 built in, so that's for DSP tuning as well as direct audio streaming. It's got, as you can see here, a very nice die cast heatsink, and what that means is it's got really good heat dispersion, and the reason we want that is because this amplifier is class AB rather than class D, which is what you would normally get in a plug and play amplifier like this. The benefits of being class AB is the power is much cleaner and the sound is so much better than a standardized class D model of this type amplifier. We also have gold PCB for the best possible connectivity that we can from all the internal components. So we'll take a quick look at the amplifier itself, all the connections and terminals, and that's the amplifier. So let's have a quick look here. So we have a main power and earth connection there for when we want to go direct to the battery, as well as having the 20-pin Molex connector input here. So if you want to use the plug and play method, you've got the ground and the power here in the connector. Obviously, you've also got access to a mains, ground and power of 8 gauge terminal input here. We have dual fuses. We have speaker output and speaker input here for 4 channels of input, 4 channels of output. And we have the further 4 channels of input here, as well as the remote in and out. And this is here where we have the additional 4 channels of output. And as we said, this is 8 by 30 watts RMS. So these are all your main input and output plugs for when you're using the Molex connectors. If we now just turn this round, we have some of the more known aftermarket connections. So we have 8 channels of RCA output. So if it was to be used as a standalone DSP, you could use this here, and you've got 8 channels of RCA output. A coaxial connection. We have optical input. So if you wanted to use an optical input directly into the amplifier rather than using the high level inputs, you can. We have our PC USB connection. That's for the DSP control. Remote control input for a wired remote. We have USB music connection. So if you wanted to use a high resolution audio player, you can. We then have an IR port, which is for the wireless remote connection. So that's the receiver for the wireless remote control that can be used with the amplifier. We then also have standardized low level inputs on the RCA. So again, if you wanted to use an aftermarket scenario, you can use a single RCA input to control the amplifier. So that there is the ZDA8.8 DSP plug and play amplifier unbox with all the cables and a full explanation of everything that's built in.